Good morning, I'm Lauren Osborne. Today's Saturday, August 13th. Let's check in with meteorologist Arden Gregory for a look at your forecast this morning. Well, Arden, what can folks expect as they get their weekend off to a hopefully sunny start?
Yeah, we're actually not looking at too bad of a day weather-wise. We are going to see a mix of sun and clouds, and there's a chance we could see a little bit of rain this afternoon, but we are nice and dry to start off your day. Pinpoint Doppler showing nice clean sweeps as we scan the skies for you this morning. No rain in sight just yet, but like I said, we could see a spotty shower or two this afternoon. Temperature-wise, starting things off nice and mild, but just a little bit muggy out there. Temperatures are in the low to mid 70s across eastern Kentucky. So as you head out the door this morning, keep in mind it is already a little bit humid out there, and as we head into the afternoon, it is just going to get more hot and humid. Highs topping out right around 90 degrees, but it could feel more like the mid to upper 90s. And of course, we have that isolated shower or storm chance, but there are more rain chances in the forecast. Now the details on that a little later.
All right, Arden, thank you so much. A new warning from Kentucky State Police. They say explosives could be hidden throughout Harlan County. Investigators say they were working with Mark Swaff to find explosives he hid there, but when he got into an altercation with them, a Lexington firefighter shot and killed Swaff. Swaff was arrested in June on federal charges. WYMT's Caleb No has more on what led to the disturbance in Woodland Hills.
Police say they found several trail cameras in the woods of Harlan County earlier this summer, rigged with explosives. Later, this man, Mark Swaff, was charged in connection with the devices.
Apparently he rigged a camera, and some fella found it and took it down or took it home or whatever, and then when he opened it up, it exploded.
That story matches up closely with one outlined by an ATF official in sworn testimony during a detention hearing in June following Swaff's arrest.
I think he lost a finger, or maybe two fingers.
But police say that was far from the only camera Swaff placed in the woods.
If you see something in the woods that just doesn't look right, or you see a trail camera, I'd be very cautious and contact state police so we can make sure that that trail camera does not have an explosive inside of it.
We've learned Swaff was actually a licensed clinical counselor for years and even a former business owner. Prosecutors say he admitted to purchasing and making bombs.
And it's a very big safety concern to us and to the public.
Bombs, some of which he allegedly placed in the woods, not far from several houses in the Woodland Hills subdivision.
You know, it's a form of terrorism. Somebody would do that. It's pretty evil, and to have it right here in the backyard is kind of scary.
But what remains uncertain is Swaff's intentions for allegedly putting so many people in harm's way. In Harlan County, Caleb No, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say several explosives were found during their investigation Thursday, and they were destroyed. Swaff owned and operated mental health and substance abuse counseling service in Harlan and Lexington. On his Facebook page, he often posted politically charged posts targeting Donald Trump and supporting President Obama and liberal ideas. He was a big supporter of the drug Suboxone, and from what we can tell in his pictures, he was a hunter who posted trail cam pictures but called for more gun control in some posts. His Facebook page has since been taken down. The Lexington firefighter that shot Swaff is Captain Brad Dobrinsky. The Lexington mayor's office says he has been placed on administrative duty. Dobrinsky had his own gun with him, not one issued by the city. Since 1996, Lexington firefighters have been allowed to carry weapons. This is the first time a Lexington firefighter has been involved in a deadly shooting. A jury returned a mixed verdict in a Magoffin County vote buying case. The verdict wraps up a 4-day trial at the federal courthouse in London. Mason Daniels has been acquitted while the other 3 defendants have been found guilty on at least 1 count each. Gary Rooster Reisner, Larry Shepard, and Tammy Jo Reisner have all been found guilty on conspiracy charges. Instead of postponing deliberations until Tuesday, jurors decided late Friday to begin deliberations immediately after closing arguments. Prosecutors say the alleged bought votes benefited Judge Executive Charles Doc Hardin and Clerk Renee Arnett Shepard.
It feels great not to go to jail. I've never done nothing but work all my life. I don't want to have to go to jail for something I wasn't included in.
I thought it was a very, very wonderful verdict. It's nice to see him get exonerated from the charges against him. I think the reason he did this was because he courageously took the stand and testified on his own behalf, and I think that's probably what tipped the balance with the jury for him.
A Laurel County jury convicted a man of reckless homicide for the shooting death of his girlfriend, but the jury only recommended a 1-year sentence for Christopher Byrd. Police originally charged him with murder. The victim's family told Monique Blair they do not feel justice has been served.
I'm sorry for lying to her and making her fear me.
Those are the words Misty Rambo says she wishes she would have heard from the man who killed her 22-year-old daughter, Shannon Ingle, last July.
Just feel like I'm in a bad dream.
On Thursday, a jury convicted Byrd of reckless homicide.
Carries the same penalty as stealing an Xbox.
Rambo says Byrd should have been convicted of murder.
Chris's story pretty much blamed my daughter for what had happened.
Reckless homicide carries a sentence of 1 to 5 years. The jury recommended 1 year, and since Byrd has served over 400 days in jail, he was released Thursday.
I can't believe that they have set a murderer that will kill again on the streets.
Rambo believes parts of the trial were unfair. These court documents show that in February 2015, Christopher Byrd was arrested and charged with assault after he admitted to police that he punched Shannon Ingle in the head with his fist. But this case was not allowed to be used in court during Byrd's trial. Court documents show that Shannon Ingle did not show up to court, so the assault charge against Byrd was dropped. Add to that, Commonwealth's attorney Jackie Steele tells me although there are exceptions, Kentucky's law doesn't allow past events or cases to be brought up in trials unless they share very similar characteristics. So now Rambo says she doesn't feel justice was served for her daughter.
He's took my soul. He's took my future. He's took my life.
In Laurel County, Monique Blair, WYMT Mountain News.
Christopher Byrd will be sentenced on August 19th unless a judge changes the length of the jury recommended sentence. Byrd will not face any more jail time. A man police considered armed and dangerous has now been arrested. The Williamsburg police chief tells us Johnny Mullis was captured in Caryville, Tennessee. Earlier this week, they say he stole an attorney's truck outside the courthouse in Corbin. A man in Laurel County faces sexual abuse charges. London police arrested William Curry on Thursday. Police say a little girl told investigators he sexually abused her. They wrote in an arrest citation Curry inappropriately touched the girl. A man wanted in 2 Kentucky counties is now in the hospital with serious injuries. 33-year-old Billy Caudill was arrested in Powell County yesterday, but before he was taken to jail, he ran off and was hit by a car along Highway 15. Caudill was wanted for crimes in Madison and Lee counties. He was taken to UK Hospital, and police say he's in stable condition. A Laurel County hospital must pay a Corbin man more than $21 million. The Herald Leader reports a jury ruled St. Joseph Health System and Catholic Health Initiatives were negligent and violated consumer protection rules. It all stems from heart procedures performed on Kevin Wells. He said the hospital performed the procedures to boost payments from health programs and insurance companies. The Rockcastle County town of Brodhead hasn't had a full-time police officer in at least a decade, and some people say now is the time to hire one again. Some residents started a petition to hire a full-time officer in the town, but the mayor says the town cannot afford to hire and pay an officer.
That have nothing else to do but to steal things and try to sell them to everyone. I'll let you make your own opinion of what you think.
Well, there are some homeless people here, but I haven't seen them doing anything wrong.
The Brodhead mayor says the town does not have the property tax revenue it once did to pay for a full-time officer. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a plane makes an unexpected landing after 22 passengers are injured by turbulence. Hear from the people who were on board.
I think the number one thing that sticks out to me from a football standpoint just is arm strength.
And later in sports, Media Day and Moorhead Friday, hear why Rob Tenure thinks he has a quarterback that is capable of making it to the NFL.
And hot and humid with scattered rain chances this weekend. Stay with us. I'll break down what you need to know when we come back.